There you go.
Hi everyone. Good morning. It's Sarah here from the Paper Cut.
And
Hi everyone. Good morning. It's Sarah here from the Paper Cut. Turning my sound down. Yeah, that's the first thing we normally do is we check video and sound. I could see myself and everybody heard me.
Including me. I have my hearing aids in,
I had my alarm on and I didn't want to oversleep, so I had it on really, really loud. So anyways, we're here in the crafter's classroom. If you are ever having trouble with the video stopping, sometimes we have that, and my mom usually posts a link to our YouTube channel, so you can go to YouTube if you're having trouble in crafter's classroom. But you just have to remember that at the end of mine, then you have to go back into Facebook, into Crafter's Classroom for the next video, which today is Spellbinders at an hour from now. So I'm just going to say that now. I'll say it again later. So we're waiting for people to get on. We are doing our little Mini Book Kit Craftalong. For any of you that are new to us, we do a virtual warehouse sale. This is going to be my little promo part too that I normally do at the end. That is starting September 18th. It's a week-long virtual warehouse sale. If you're not familiar with that, join my Facebook page, The Paper Cut, and then you can, see stuff leading up to that, see our flash sales during that week, see everything that's going on. So anyways, I think we've got people joining. Let's go down to the table.
Okay, you're there.
Okay. So today, and I've got a little cloggy in my throat, and hang on, I just stepped on something. Little cloggy in my throat, so I do apologize. And my mom too. It's morning. It's like I was told it was allergies. I never had allergies. I don't know what the heck. Now I'm getting them in my old age. Well, not old age. In my older age.
Yeah.
Anyways, so we're doing two little mini book kits. So we have the Mini Accordion Book Kit. We've done the accordions before. This one's a little bit easier because it doesn't have the pockets and it's smaller. So we are going to do that one first because it takes a little bit longer. And then we have the Scrapbook Accordion Kit, which is a kit that we had a while ago, and it's harder for us to get the 8-panel accordions. So we're using 2 4-panels and connecting them together to either make a 6 or 7, or I'll show you how to do an 8-panel also. So we're doing these two. Let's start out with the Mini Accordion Book Kit. So this one we're just going to set aside. And you do need a piece of scrapbook paper just to do our cover. The one that I have here, yes, I grabbed the fossil and tanned. So I had an 8x8 pad. So I found this one that I liked, so I'm going to grab that one. In the kit, so you do get instructions. I won't say that they're the best instructions because they're written, and it's always hard to sometimes understand written instructions. It's much easier for you to be watching me and joining me today. So you should have bookboard, depending on which kind it is. We had some different stuff, and it gets discontinued and such, so you either have 2 pieces, or if it was a flimsier one, you have 4 of them. But I think most of these kits have 2, and plus it's a smaller book, so it doesn't need to be like as firm as some of our other bigger books. And then you have 12 pages, and then you have your accordion spine. So I do have one accordion spine here that I'm going to be writing on, so I'm going to pull my second one out. And these 2 cuties are Winnie and Charlie. Charlie eats
here.
all kinds of stuff. So he was over last night, and we were outside, and I left Charlie and Winnie inside. And Winnie we could see at the door, Charlie we couldn't see, and my daughter said, he gets into stuff. Do you have anything out? I'm like, nope, I have the chicken wings pushed back against the back wall. Nope, didn't see him for a little while. Anyways, went in, and he devoured a pan of brownies. Yes, he did.
Oh my gosh.
Anyways, our paper. Back to our paper, and I'll tell you the Charlie story in just a minute. So I usually like to cut it like an inch around just for my cover board. So it doesn't have to be exact. It could be half an inch if that's all that fits. So our thing is 5.5 by 3.25. So I'm going to cut mine. I'm going to use this 8 by 8, but you could cut it to, let me get my 3. So like 3.25. Even if you have 2 5 by 7 pieces, but if you can do them a little bit bigger, I'm going to just leave mine at the 8 inches because it doesn't matter. And I'm just going to cut mine a little bit bigger. So you need 2 of them. So cut those. And then I do have some extra paper that I could use in my book if I wanted to. But you just need a border around it. Like I said, it could be a smaller border. But if it's bigger, that's fine because it just attaches better. So I'll finish the Charlie story in a little bit after we get going. You're going to take...
So, sir, what size?
Oh, I covered it up. So like 5 by 7. So 5 by 7, or mine is bigger. So if you can do bigger, do bigger. But I like to have about an inch around each one. So 5 by 7 would be awesome. That'll give you almost an inch all the way around. But if you can go bigger, I have mine like 5 3/4 by 8 because that was the size of my album. So you just want room all the way around. And like I said, the book cover is 5.5 by 3. Oh, I can't read that on my black. Oh no, it's 4. So yeah, 5 by 7 is fine, but if you can do it a little bit bigger. Yeah, my eyes weren't working this morning. I read it wrong earlier, so sorry. But 5 by 7 will work. You just are just going to have it shorter on the end, and that's fine. But if you can do it bigger, do it bigger. It's just easier to work with. So we're going to tape our book cover down. So I just like to tape, and this is similar. We've done this before. I like to tape that down. Now, we are going to, and I like to use sometimes a lighter weight scrapbook paper. This one is more of like a lightweight cardstock, so it's a little bit harder, but that's okay. We just need to be a little bit more forceful with it when we're bending it over. Now, if I just bend both sides over, I have all this gap in the corners, so we just need to take that gap out. The directions say to miter the corners, and I don't do this yet. When I say miter them, I'm just kind of cutting it. You can cut it at a straight angle, but I like to cut it at a little bit of a wide V, because that for sure covers that on the inside. Okay. You'll see some people, go straight in this way and straight in this way. Some will go straight across, but if you go straight across you can still not do it at a wrong angle. You might, like that I did pretty good, but you might have a little bit of a gap there. So that's why I like to go, kind of in, with that type of thing. There's nothing set in stone saying how you need to do this, but the important thing is you don't want to go right up to the book board. If you do, your little pointy there could stick out. So you want it just a hair away, and you want it about the depth of this book board right there. If you have it too wide, I'm going to cut this one too wide. If you have it too wide, like I exaggerated it there, you're going to get some buckling in that corner. So just do it close, but not touching that book board. And again, I like to do it, at like a curved instead of straight across. So now we're going to fold all of those in. If you used a cardstock, you might have to be a little bit more deliberate in folding that in. And you want a strong adhesive. If you're using wet glue definitely does hold, but it's not very conducive to bookmaking during a video because it doesn't dry. So if you're doing it at home and you can have some dry time, that's great, but if you're following along, it's not that great to do it. So I am going to put tape all the way around. Sometimes I'll put tape on my book board and on the edge. And then I also do go over like my angled edge there too. So, and we're doing both, so go ahead and do both. And I might be working faster than you. Any questions, let us know, because my mom will read them and then we'll answer them, because other people may have the same questions that you do. So anyways, back to our Charlie boy. Our Charlie. So
Was he sick?
So anyways, I went in and I had made a pan of brownies. And see, this is what I mean, where if you don't cut it at the right angle, you get a little bit of showing up. It was a 7x10 pan. He was being really quiet. Winnie, we could see her through the door, and because we were in the front yard, so that's why I didn't bring him out with us. And she's just looking at us through the door, and Charlie's not there. Pretty soon I go in and I check on Charlie, and yeah, he was in the kitchen. And the pan of brownies was still on the counter. He didn't pull it down, and it was a glass pan, so good thing that he didn't pull it down.
Yeah.
But he does not like the hard edges around the outside because he just ate the middle. And if this is my pan, he ate about that much.
Oh, my word.
So
Oh, good old Charlie.
So I went outside and I said, people, we may need to induce vomiting in the dog. And yeah. So the evening started out interesting. Yeah, he was fine. A little hydrogen peroxide. We did Google it to find out how much to give him. And
did he throw it up?
And he did, yeah.
Oh, good.
Within like just a couple minutes. So he was fine. And then, so keep going and do your second one. So anyways, John, who is Charlie's daddy, was like, he shouldn't be doing that. I don't know how to train him because I never catch him doing it. Well, the first thing is you need to train the humans, not to leave stuff on the counter. And that would be me, and John, and Leah, and whoever else is the caretaker for Charlie. And anyways, but then later on in the evening, because the kids came over for pizza, he did try to go sneak up on the counter when no one was paying attention. So he did get a little bit scolded. So anyways, Charlie's fine. Charlie's a character.
He's just a baby yet.
Yeah, he's only 2. So. Anyways, yes. So we have our book covers. That's my Charlie story.
Usually gets in my wastebasket here.
Yes, he does get in the wastebasket here. He doesn't really eat anything because my mom doesn't leave anything but crumbs, but he does pull out her paper towels. I'll come back up. And we're trained out in the shop and in the lunchroom where we take the garbage can and it's sitting on the counter. So,
and he's not tall enough to get
up there. He can get on my counters though and stand on his back paws and eat the middle of the brownie pan.
Yeah.
Anyways, so this is our accordion. It's scored. I believe it's 12 panels, so it's scored 11 times. We're going to work from the bump side. So from the bump side, you are just going to fold it in. You're not going to fold it on top of each other. We just kind of want to ease those scores because the bump is always the inside of a card. So you're going to fold it in, then go to the next one and fold it in, then go to the next one and fold it in, 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 fold it in. Fold it in, I'm a broken record. Fold it in and fold it in. So it kind of does that.
It's a new song.
Yeah. So it does accordion fold in the kit, but we kind of ease those scores because technically, and I have to do my other one now too, technically you're folding one the wrong way. When you accordion fold, you do mountain, valley. So technically you should have a score on one side, then you should flip it and have a score on the other, flip it. But our machine doesn't work like that. So we have them all on the same side. And even though they're scored every 1 inch, sometimes when you go back and you mountain valley them, they are kind of skewed or crooked. So now we're gonna accordion it. So we're gonna fold back, forth, back, forth, back, forth, back, forth, back, forth. And they should all pile up like that. See how they're all piled up nicely? You don't need to do this. I'm just showing, but every once in a while when you do it, they'll skew. Well, I can't get it to skew. I tried. Because usually, sometimes if it does skew, if it's skewed like that, you can go and just do it the opposite way, and that will take care of it. So if yours is skewed, just go ahead and try and do it the opposite way, because you want them to line fairly on top of each other like that. If you fold it both ways and they're still skewed, then you might have to take your bone folder, and just manhandle it and push it into place and then score it. So that does happen. Oh, I have to do mine. I always forget that I'm doing 2. Sometimes I forget to do my second one. So I do 2 because then I have a demo one and it takes a little bit for comments to show up. So then, well, you guys, the very first time I taught virtual, I didn't know that there was like this 30-second delay, and I would do something and I'd get it all taped together, and then somebody would come back with a question and I'd have to rip it apart. Well, it took me all of about 2 videos to figure out, no, Sarah, you either have to talk slower, repeat yourself, and do a whole demo one in case people have questions about it. So we're setting it up in front of us, so we have the mountains on the end. Okay, so if you want to do this, you can, because you're not going to see it. I am just going to write on these the panel numbers. So panel 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. And usually I draw this, I just forgot. Usually I do that ahead of time. So you don't have to do this. I'm just doing this for video. So anyways, but yes, if you want to write the panel numbers on there, they're not going to show, but then when you're putting your adhesive on, then you won't forget. Now, if you've done these with me before, you're probably way ahead of me already, and that's okay. Have a sip of your coffee. My coffee, I came in this morning, I got busy, and it's still sitting there. It's in a Yeti thing, so it's probably still really hot. So I'll drink it after. Okay, so now we have panel 2, 4, 6, 8, or 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. We are going to put tape on panel. So we're going to tape on panel 2, 4, 6, 8, and 10. When you're putting your tape on, let me just talk about that really quick. Put it closer to 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. Put your tape closer to your valley. If I'm using a 1/2 inch tape, I'll put it closer to the valley. If I'm using a 1/4 inch tape, I'll kind of put it right down the middle. And this is why. When you start putting embellishments, and especially when you're doing the pocket kits, like this one, depending on how thick of embellishments you put on, I just have pictures, so it doesn't matter, but it will start to expand. So if you tape up at the mountain, it's not going to have anywhere to expand because it's going to be too stuck. So it's going to stick together and then it might not close. So if you put your tape closer to your valley or the middle is fine too, you'll have room to expand if you're putting more embellishments on there. So let's do that. I'm going to just do it on my actual, so then I can keep my other one. So on panel 2, 4, 6. So I've got a 1/2 inch tape. I'm doing it closer to the middle, but it is, or closer to the valley, but then it is all the way to the middle of that panel 2. And you want to do it top to bottom. So top to bottom. So now we've got it on panel 2, 4, 6, 8, and 10. Now we're going to take and we are going to re-accordion. Now make sure that it's not sticking out. If there's anything sticking out at the ends, it's easier to get it off like right now. So we're going to re-accordion fold it. Some people don't believe me. that we re-accordion fold it and give it a little push to attach it. Oh, I will actually do my demo one so I can show it with the rest of the stuff. So hang tight, especially if you're using I'm using an ATG so I can tape pretty fast, but if you're using like red line tape, because that stuff's pretty strong, takes a little bit longer to peel the backings off. Okay, so now we have this thing. So if we take our end two panels, which are panel 1 and 12, we can see that those are our accordions that our page is attached to. I call that the NBC Peacock. Okay, that's the NBC Peacock. And if I hold all of our taped ones together and our two loose ones are at the end, then I call it my paper airplane. Okay, so I'm holding my paper airplane and I am going to miter these corners. And for mitering, see how that's a little angle in there? If they weren't mitered, this piece would stick out further, but I mitered it at an angle. So you just don't want to miter, you don't want to miter all the way up to the score. Just stay a little ways away from there. If you miter all the way up to the score, it could start to rip down the score. So you're going to cut at an angle. And like these, I cut a little bit wider. It's personal preference. Then you're going to go to the next one, and now you can line it up. So then you have the same angle. And then we pull the next one over. So I'm going to, and so forth. You do it all the way, and then you do it on the other side. Oh, I'll just do mine really quick. But yeah, you just pull the next one over so I can keep them all at the same angle. And if you really want to make them all at the same angle, you could take one of these sniblets and go on the bottom and line that up. I don't really care. But if you want to, we're going to do top and bottom, and I still have to do mine, so if you're not as fast as me, that's okay, because I have another, I'm doing double. Okay, so now I'm going to go to mine. So again, I have my end panels. I got to find them because, you know, these were written on. They were easy to find. My end panels, I have my NBC Peacock holding all those together to make my paper airplane. And then I'm going to snip, 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 snip. Oh, and I missed one. Snip. Then I'm going to go to my other end. Again, I'm going to find my end one. Trim it. 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 Oh, I missed one over here too. All right, so now all our little sniblets we can throw out, unless you want to keep them, then you can. So now we're going to take our book covers, lay them out. This is the inside of the book, okay? We are going to attach our spine accordion. Now, see how it fits in there? So the biggest mistake that people make is they end up flipping this around and attaching it, and then the spine goes to the inside of one of the covers. You want your loose panels, your panel 1 and your panel 12, attaching to your book covers like this. So it's easiest to just kind of lay your book covers out, find your single, I gotta sneeze.
Oh, bless you.
Thank you. That was a big one.
Now you probably started something, Sarah.
I might have to do it 3 times.
Yeah.
Anyways, you want to make sure to definitely find your end panels. Set them down. So that's why if you wrote on them, then you can kind of know that you're putting tape on the right panel. So this is how it's going to attach. But if I take one side and I kind of pull it all the way over, I can put tape right here. and then I can attach it, and then I can put tape on the other side, and I can bring my cover over and attach it. I'm going to do it with my actual. So I found my end panels. This is how my accordion is going to be on here, and you can see that on the inside of the book. See how the accordion is on the inside. I'm going to put tape on one side. I do try to get it as much up into those angles as I can. And then I am going to, that one gets attached to that side, so I'm going to hold it like this so I can just see what I'm doing. But you do have the accordion to the inside of, I showed that wrong the first time. There's sometimes that people go like this, where it's going towards the outside. That's the wrong way. You don't want it going towards the outside. You want it on the inside. So, anyways, I found my loose panel again. I'm going to put tape here. You do want your accordion to the inside of the book. Yes, I totally had a brain fart and said that the wrong way. Now we are going to take this one. It's kind of tricky. Hold that down, line up the corners of our book covers, and attach it. Give it a push. There we go. That's where our pages attach. Now, much easier than our library pocketbook kit. So this makes a really quick and easy little gift. So, because we're going to just take and attach 2 panels to the inside front and back cover. So you can put tape on 2 panels. I should close my scissors. That's sitting right next to me. Last thing I need to do is stab myself today.
Yeah, let's not do that.
I don't have time for that. No time. We are getting ready to ship out our class kits for our virtual warehouse sale because we have classes going on all that week. But you'll be shocked to know, actually, Marian Phillips, if you're on here, you should probably sit down because you might fall over. Oh. Because for how we release our next month, like our October Crafters Classroom on Tuesday, I already have mine done. So yeah, anybody that knows that I'm usually late, I hope you were sitting down so you didn't fall over from the shock.
That's nice because we don't have time to think about.
Yeah. So anyways, we're attaching these to the 2 inside front and back covers. And then the other 10, you're going to sandwich your spine. And if you want to save some cardstock, you could attach it just to one side and then just decorate with a picture or whatever on the back and use this as kind of an embellishment. Or you can sandwich this. So what I do to sandwich, I am going to put tape down one edge of a page. I am going to line my page up, push my one spine down.
Laura says, way to go, Sarah. Did you faint,
it's
Laura?
Pretty shocking. It is actually something that I demoed on a Thursday night, so I'm going to give you guys a sneak peek. Yeah, it's a card that I demoed on a Thursday night, and then I'm adding another 2 cards to it. So, if you could leave it like that, and you could just put your picture there, and you could put pictures on here, use this as kind of an accent. Or you could take, and then you could have 5 extra sheets. Or you could take one and go put tape all the way on the back. And you can just line them up, and then you're sandwiching that spine.
Putting the pressure on Jennifer.
Did she say that? Oh.
Mona said that.
Oh. So anyways, so that is, that's how you sandwich them. So I'm going to go ahead and do the rest of them. So now the next one, in case you didn't catch it, I put tape on one edge. I'm lining it up. and pushing down. So I have it attached. Now I'm going to put tape on this whole one and attach it back to back. Now, this is a good time to talk about, because this program, we're starting like an auto ship program. Starting in October, we didn't start in September because of the whole warehouse sale thing. But in October, we're starting an auto ship program. And you can auto ship for Crafters Classroom, you can auto ship for our Fun Time Thursday, or you can auto ship for both. So that just means you don't have to remember to order every month. And, crooked. You don't have to remember to order every month. You don't have to worry about us selling out. You don't have to worry about duplicate ordering. So yeah, you can, if you need that, we'll post the link coming up here. I don't know, maybe I'll post it in Crafters Classroom next month, or when I post my October thing. Or you can always email me and ask me for the form. It's just a PDF form that you can either fill out online, and then it just gets automatically sent to us through PDF Filler, or you can print it out and email it back. And my kits are normally between $16 and $20, depending on what we're doing. I don't do, if you're watching and you're not a bookmaker, I don't do book kits that often. This year I did them twice, mostly because I just needed a really easy something to do this month with our warehouse sale coming up. But it's usually cards. Usually, sometimes I do just A2 cards. Sometimes I do mechanical cards. If auto ship is not for you, you can still just order the kits, like you have been. That's perfectly fine. But I had a lot of duplicate orders, not this month, last month. And somebody said, can you do an auto ship so I don't have to remember if I ordered it or not? So we did. Or we're starting that. It's just starting. You haven't missed out.
You can really sign up for that anytime, right?
You can sign up for it anytime. You don't have to sign up for it this next month. Oops, I missed one of my steps. So
I think you have to post that link. I don't think I can post it.
No, I don't think you can post it because I don't have it like on my website right now.
Okay.
So I'm not going to post it on this feed probably because I'm crazy, but
so does Charlie eat anything besides food? Does he eat paper? So does he eat shoes?
Toys.
And oh yeah, he eats toys.
He eats toys because I don't. He's got stuffing hanging out of his mouth on this picture right here.
He does.
He does. Winnie has some favorite toys. This is Winnie. She had 2 favorite balls, and he got a hold of them. And yeah, if you leave him be, he'll fetch all day long. But if you just leave him be, or you get sick of fetch, he'll chew whatever he's fetching. So, anyways, there is our mini accordion book kit, and I didn't go nutso with picture. I mean, I just did pictures, a few layers. I did some words. I had some little dog bones. Yep, there he's got fluff and stuff by him. Yeah, that was Winnie's favorite ball. Charlie trashed it. And they're sharing. Anyways, so I'm not a big scrapbooker, so I did not do a whole lot. I just added a layer behind. I printed out some words on my computer, and we're calling it a day. And Charlie's, John had asked if he could get another one of these books for his mom, so I'm going to duplicate it. So, but it's quick and easy to do. I've already got it started. So, there we go. Let's go on to our Ev book. Now, this book, I don't have all my writing on it yet, but I'm going to open the kit. So this is the other cuteness in my life. Yeah. I'm going to open this. This is your book board on the back. Oops. We must have shrinked. Okay, come on, Sarah. You can open this. Oh, there. I found a corner that opened. Okay, so in here, now this kit is, I don't even think I posted it online yet. I will be getting it posted online. Wait and order it. Like you know, I'm not a hard sell, so if you want to order, order. If you don't, don't. But if you do want to order, wait until the 18th, because we will have a virtual sale code for our virtual sale week. I don't know what the code is yet, so tune on to my Facebook to get that, or join our email list. But yeah, I would wait. Not like I'm telling you don't order, because I'd like you to order, but but at this point, just wait a week. If you can wait, if you need them fast, because after the warehouse sale, it does take us a few weeks to get to shipping those orders. So in here, 2 pieces of board. You have 2 4-panel accordions that we're going to attach together. You have window overlays, because you can put those on there, and you can also use the back. So, and you have square or rectangle and oval. We're going to set these aside. We're going to go ahead and cover our book board, which you guys should be really good at because you already did it once. So these I know are 4 and a, well, I'm going to measure because jeepers. They're 5 5/8 by 4 3/8. So
wait, those are.
What?
Is anybody watching on YouTube, and is it still working?
I can still see it on Facebook.
I can see it on Facebook too, but I'm not seeing it on.
So I'm going to cut my paper 6 by 7 again, because I took a 12 by 12 sheet of paper and I just randomly cut it, and it's cut to 7 inches. And then if we take our 12 by 12 and cut it in half, it's 7 by 6. So let me get my little paper trimmer out. So I'm cutting it 7 by 6, and you need 2 of them. We are going to do the exact same thing, so I'm not going to give all of the explanation. I'm just going to go ahead and attach my 2 pieces of book board. Then I'm going to miter my corners, put tape, and fold them in. Did you get it back, Mom?
Yeah, I got it back.
Okay. Okie dokie, Smokey.
I don't know what happened, but I got it back.
Okay. I don't buy scrapbook paper a whole lot, and I don't know if this tells how long ago I bought this. It was 60 cents. I don't know if that's a good price for scrapbook paper or not, or how long ago that was. But I probably had this for a long time, but this is the thinner instead of the thicker. Okay, so again, I attached it. We're gonna, instead of mitering our corners straight, I'm gonna go at a little bit of an angly in and out. And remember, don't cut it right to the corner, because your corner could poke through. I might actually end a little bit early today.
Don't faint over that either.
Yeah. Usually I run late, and that's why I've asked for more time, or I ask to be before the break, because I know I'm going to run late. So yeah, this morning I might actually finish early. So you might have, maybe, I shouldn't talk so smart until we get closer to the time. Because I tend to like blah, 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 and yeah.
Well, you got 20 minutes, Sarah.
Yeah, and we did the other one faster, so. Anyways, now we're going to put tape. Where did I put my tape in? Yeah, and if I lose my supplies, then that kind of hinders the whole process too.
Well, I see you have that pink ruler today instead of the clear one, so at least you can see it.
Yeah, yesterday I couldn't find my ruler that was at my desk, so I went into my stamp room, and I have a drawer that says rulers, because when we used to do classes, when we did classes and there was more measuring and stuff, I had a bunch of rulers. So I pulled one out. Well, they were metal and wooden, and there's a whole variety of them, but I kind of like the see-through ones. Oops, I just ran out of tape. That's a good way to...
Okay, I'll go get one. I got one.
Oh, you've got a roll of tape? Yep. Okay. Anyways, she's going to get a roll of tape. We'll also have an ATG refill session.
I'll do this first.
Anyways, I went and got a ruler, and I got a clear ruler. And then I was at one of my desks, because I tend to use a couple of them. Anyways, and I'm sitting there, and I'm like, I know I just had my ruler. Where did it go? Well, it was sitting right there. It was clear. Not a good thing. Not a good thing to have on my desk is a clear ruler. It kind of gets lost.
It'll be lost forever.
Yeah.
I took it away from her.
Yeah, she took it away. She gave me a pink one.
Another one bit the dust. Isn't that a Queen song?
Yeah. Okay, so we have our two cover boards. Now let's go on to our accordions, and we're going to talk about those for a minute. So, we used to have an 8-panel accordion. It's harder for us. I'm going to do that on camera.
Oh, okay.
I'm going to show how to refill the ATG.
Oh, you want to use some more time?
Well, there's that. Now I'll probably run short.
Yeah.
But some people like to have a little tutorial on refilling.
Yeah.
Some people struggle with filling their ATG. So we pull it off.
Hey, ladies, if this non-crafty person, 80-year-old can do it, you can do it. Oh, my goodness.
So we have our roll of tape. Every once in a while, this little tab, and I don't find it with the 1/2 inch, but with the 1/4 inch, will come off. So then you kind of have to find it. So I'm pulling that out because I want my tape to start. And if your tape is ever on the wrong side, like if it's coming off on this side, which I hear people say, you kind of just have to, peel it down, hold it there, and then wind this all the way around until it's on the right side. So yeah, if you ever have it on this underneath side instead of the top side, you just need to, peel it down, kind of hold it, pull it onto this top side, and then just wheel this all the way around until it gets to be on the right side. So anyways, that's my tape beginning. Putting that in there, popping it down. You might have to shimmy it one way or the other. Then there's arrows. So I have the arrow here, the arrow there. So we go around that thing. Then I have the arrow going right here and feeding into the roll. Now there's usually a little thing right here. Do not throw that out, because if you throw that out, which I was like, why do I need that? So in the beginning, I used to do that. Your tape this used roll can slide up and start rubbing here, and that's sometimes why it gets harder to pull. So anyways, we're going to pull this nice and tight. You may need to pull the trigger because you want your adhesive to start right here. Then you have more right here to kind of feed it in these little slits, and then wrap it around. And I still have a sticky end right here, so I can just wrap it around to there. But if you don't have a sticky end, well, actually I thought I had a sticky end, I don't. You can just hold it and wind it until it winds underneath itself, like that. And you can close it, and then we just want to, our tape is now starting right up here. I want it to start on my little roller right there. So here's yours back, Mom.
Oh, thank you, Sarah.
Okay. So anyways, let's get to our explanation. Now, if we attach these as 7 panels, and I'm just gonna put it, don't do this. I'm just gonna put a tiny bit of adhesive on here. But again, these we fold, and they could skew a tiny bit. But if we connect panels just like this, don't do it though, I'm just showing you. Then we have a 7-panel accordion, and they're not facing in the same way. One is facing down and one is facing up. So I don't like the 7-panel thing. I like the 6-panel. or the 8 panel. So for doing an 8 panel, if you want to do an 8 panel, I have to grab a scrap piece of cardstock, which, do I have any here? Yes, I have a whole bunch. And no, you don't have to do this either, I'm just showing. You want to take and you want to score it maybe at 1 inch, because we're going to make a little, you're not doing this, I'm just showing you. You're going to make a little connector piece. So this is going to connect our 2 4 panels together. You can be doing this if you want an 8 panel. I did my book as a 6 panel, and here I purposely used a piece of cardstock that you could see. But you could take these and have your 2 4 panels and then connect them together with this connector piece. So you could take this, and I probably just put way too much tape on there because I really am not going to use this. I'm going to use my 6 panel. But you could take a piece of cardstock and then connect these together at the score and make an 8 panel. Okay, but then you see that on the back, so you want to use the same color. So for our 6 panel, hang on, I'm going to take that off. So there's a few different options. I mean, the best option would be us to have our 8 panel accordion back, which I would really love. But we can cut off a panel. So we're going to cut off 1 panel, and then we're going to connect them together. So now if you want a 6 panel, you can cut off 1 panel. So cut it on the score. I'm behind you. Because now we can connect these 2 together, and then we have a 6 panel, which our ends, are facing the same way, so our book can close. So that's what I did. I chose the 6 panel. I cut 1 panel off. I have a 3 panel one and a 4 panel one, and I'm connecting them together to make a 6 panel. So you have different options. You can just connect them together and make a 7 panel. You can make a little connector piece to make an 8 panel, or you can cut 1 panel off to make a 6 panel. So it's a little confusing. I really preferred our 8 panel accordion, but can't get it anymore. So this was the next best option, was doing 2 4 panel ones. Oh, our mailman just came, right?
Yeah.
Is that Steve? I'm not going to have anything today.
Nada. Nada. Zero.
I saw your cards here,
So,
I better stop.
anyways, so we have our 6 panel accordion, and they're both the same direction. Because for closing this, like I've done it where I put ribbon in here and just closed it right here. I've done it where I put ribbon around here and tie it. You could put ribbon on the back that ties in the front. You could just leave it without a closure on it. It's up to you. So now we're going to take and we are going to attach our end 2 panels to our book cover. So we're going to do that. We're going to put tape on one of the end panels. And occasionally when, when we score on that particular machine that we scored these on, they do get a little wonky sometimes. So that's why the book cover is a hair bigger, just in case it, the 1 panel extends out by a hair. Okay, so we attached that side on, and now this side is going to attach to this book cover, or this side. So I'm going to put tape on there. And then I am going to line up my corners.
Alright, have a good weekend.
And there, we have our 6 panel accordion. Now, and then you can use both sides. For our window overlays, this is what makes it. Oh, can you review the fold?
Can you please review the folding?
Yeah, the folding is just a mountain or a valley, mountain, valley, mountain, valley. So this is your back and forth. Just this is like your accordion going back and forth, back and forth. I didn't bring a separate set of this one, but let me hang on. I got some paper next to me because I always have paper next to me.
It's right next to the front and back. That's a valley fold.
Yes. Right next to the cover is a valley
Yes.
fold. But it is just a back, forth type fold. Sorry, I probably went a little fast for that one. So yeah, it's just a valley, mountain, and so forth. But next to the covers, like where it opens, those are valley folds, then a mountain, then a valley. Unless you have pictures on the back, then it's opposite because you're on the back. So. Okay, now with our overlays. The overlays, super easy. Even if you're giving this as a gift where somebody can put their own photos in here, you could leave one edge open so you could attach it at the top so they can put their picture in and then just attach, even if you have the tape that has the backing on it, that would be super easy for the person. And you can attach your every other one, or I think you have 7 of each, so you could attach all one on one side and one on the other. You're going to have extra depending on if you do an 8 panel, 7 panel, 6 panel. Because if this was 8 panels, we'd have 8 here, and then you'd have 6 on the back, because you have your cover on both ends. So yeah, the choices are endless for how you are going to put these together, but super easy. Just attach your picture in here. Make sure your picture does not extend beyond the edge, and then here's our plan. So I did cut my picture down just so it fit in that window. So I put a little bit of adhesive on the back here, put them in there, and then slap them down. Not slap them down, attach them down. But if you're going to do any stamping, you're going to want to do that ahead of time, because you could stamp on these, you could stencil on them. And then on here, I did not, and I haven't done my words yet because I'm just going to print some stuff off on the computer, but with the window overlays framing your picture, you don't need much else. I did take some mini pictures, or I cut my pictures up and it just attached some of his diggers in, up in the corners, and he likes John Deere. Pretty much he likes anything, but he really likes his green tractors, so I embellished with the green and the John Deere colors. So
You ought to send that into John Deere.
Yeah, and then he has his little John Deere tractor on the back. We went to Tractor Supply, so I had to have some red ones too. But anyways, so that is our Scrapbook Accordion Kit, which again is not online yet. I will get it online. And we have our 2 books that we did today. Where is my other book? Oh, here it is.
Jeez, it's not even clear and we lost it.
Yeah. So our mini accordion scrapbook kit, and then just our scrapbook kit with the window overlays. So what do we have going on? Next is spellbinders. They come up in 5 minutes. Our winner is Diane Meir, and Diane, we will ship your door prize with your virtual class kits. So those will be shipping, I'm hoping on Monday, but Tuesday at the absolute latest. Because our virtual classes start on Monday, the following Monday. So yeah, Diane will get a door prize shipped with your class kit. If you are watching on YouTube, you want to be sure to refresh and go back into, if you're on YouTube, you want to make sure to go back into Facebook because you have to be on Crafters Classroom. The YouTube thing is just a paper cut thing because I stream on both channels, and we were having trouble in Crafters Classroom with it pausing every once in a while. So we are pretty close to our time. Thank you for joining me today, and we will see you. Well, we'll see you on wait, don't turn it off yet.
I know, I won't.
Okay.
I just get ready.
Okay, so this is our Peekaboo trifold card. I showed this one on a Thursday night, and I decided to use it. So this is one of our new cards, and this will be our next month Crafter Classroom, along with this one where we did the floating acetate on the inside, so that pops up. So it's a shutter card with the floating acetate on the inside. And then we'll have one more card that I'm not going to show you yet because I don't have it designed, but I usually make the last one a quicker one. So I have an idea, and I will post on time. Actually, I'm going to post at like 12:01 from Monday to Tuesday. Well, actually, don't hold me to that. But I'm going to try and post. I'm going to try to be the first one. So beat that.
Yeah. Pressure's on.
Yeah. Anyways, thanks for joining me, guys, and we will see you on Tuesday, and then we'll see you next month.